Okie dokie, guys. So I'm going to tell you what, I am super excited about tonight's Zoom for one reason, is that, to be honest, and this is very, very transparent moment, coming into the new year, I came in with this like fire, right? And then my grandma died. And I had already signed up and committed to doing this 14-day challenge, which started the very, very next day. And I was kind of like, okay, I got to do this. And I'm going to tell you guys, at that point, I felt so beat down because December was a rough month. November was a rough month. Like, they were some rough months, right? Because it was like the holidays. And I'm not going to sit here and say like people didn't come in and people didn't join and people didn't promote. I saw people come in and I saw people join and I saw people promote. But what happens to a lot of people that have been around and that have been working their businesses around the holidays, that's when they tend to check out. Because your warm market isn't so warm anymore. It becomes a little bit more challenging. You've got a network. Probably 95% of people that had some really downtime didn't do one single event or get to any locals, or get together with anybody. And you got to own it, guys. You just got to own it.
Yep.
In order to get different results, you got to do stuff different. All right. And you got to move forward. That's the thing. And I'm going to be extremely transparent and tell you guys that since being in this 14-day challenge, and I'm going to tell you, I did it and I committed to it and I did a video every single day. Okay. And I'll tell you, right before the challenge got started, I messaged Kayla Fox and I said, Kayla, will you do this challenge with me? And the reason why I only chose one person was because I didn't want to overwhelm anybody, because I knew there were other things going on. I wanted somebody that I knew would show up for it, that I knew could help teach it, that was open to learning, okay? And, well, she's Kayla, okay? So, anyways, Kayla has been very present. And so I said, will you do this with me? Listen, I did it because I knew Kayla would benefit, but I knew that it would keep me accountable, because I could give up on myself, but I couldn't give up if my girl was over here doing it right alongside me. I was going to show up, right? And I feel like I grew so much over these last 14 days. You guys, I feel like for the past 3 years that lives have been a thing, I've been doing them all wrong this whole time. Like, just a couple little tweaks and things to do before your live and after the live, and even your titles. Holy moly. Holy moly. Like, it's been a game changer. Like a game changer. So I want to start tonight's Zoom by saying, leave the past in the past. Okay? Leave it. Leave it there. The people that aren't working, the people that aren't on this Zoom, the people that aren't showing up, you can't worry about them. You got to worry about the only person that can, which is yourself. Okay? You can only change you. You can only focus on your actions, bettering you. You can't be like Sally. You can't be like Jamie. You can't be like Giselle or Kayla or anybody else, okay? You've just got to be a better version of you going forward. And you've got to let go of what you've not accomplished, what you've lost, what you've gained. Like, I've gained like a lot of weight, like you just got to let it go. Right? I could sit here and beat myself up all day long about what guys, I am out of shape, okay? But I ordered a bike, and next mission for me is to get on the bike when it comes, right? So it's like, you got to say, you know what? Today, I didn't eat the best. Actually, I really did, though. But I'm just saying, today, I didn't eat the best. I have got to change this. I have got to change this. So you've got to say, you know what? I'm either going to go after these bonuses and work this business and make this money with my friends, or I'm not. It's really what it comes down to, guys. It's like, do you want to make money? Or do you want to say you have a business but you never post about it. So then your friends join your other friends, and then you're pissed off about it because why didn't they join you? And then you're asking your upline, why is nobody joining me? Well, when's the last time that you got a mini experience out to anybody, guys? When's the last time you message people? So I'm going to give you guys a couple things tonight that I've learned, that I've been absorbing, and Kayla and I are going to share a little bit about this 14-day challenge, okay? I'm going to give you guys a couple action steps to do daily, okay? It will change your business if you do it. It's your choice. You know, every single day, Ashley posts a picture on Level Up, and it's almost always pinned to the top of the page by the time people get up. I don't know what the hell time she gets up and does it, guys. It's like, sometimes I think it might be the night before because it's always up when I get up, all right? And the reality of it is that you have to be the one that writes it down and does it at the end of the day, you know? But I'm going to, hopefully, by the time we're done with tonight's Zoom, you're going to feel more comfortable because I'm going to help you with some words to say because I'm going to be talking to you about reaching out to people, okay? So I'm going to give you some wording, and I'm going to tell all of you guys that I definitely am getting mentoring from a coach, okay? I signed up for it because I needed that next level, okay? Like you reach a level of where you're like tapped out and everything, you know, it's like everybody's teaching it in different varieties, but I needed something totally different. I needed to learn again. I needed to be a student again. I hadn't been a student for a long time. And like, I needed like hardcore student, like Amanda needs a challenge to get a straight A type of business. Okay. Like that's what I needed. I needed a report card kind of stuff, like somebody to be on my butt. You know how like the 30-day challenge was, and everybody was like, well, the last 14 days, I've been like, God, I got to show up. I've got to watch this video and, you know, all of that jazz. But I'll tell you what, I've grown. I walked into that challenge a totally different person than I'm coming out. And that says it's worth it. So I'm going to give actually, you know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let Kayla, because Kayla's probably sitting there with like some really awesome notes or something, but because you guys all know she talks about green apples and red apples and makes a lot of sense, and I would just have you confused on which apple to eat. I'm just joking. But Kayla, do you want to share a little bit about this 14-day challenge and why we decided to do it? And you know, we're going to explain to you guys a little bit more in detail, but Kayla, I'm going to let Kayla share with you first, but we're going to share with you how you can improve your lives, how you can improve people reaching out to you, how we can help you improve you reaching out to people. And yeah, so Kayla, take it away. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to mute I'll be back. You just keep talking, girl.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Whenever Amanda was talking to me about this challenge, I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, I love challenges. Let's go. But here's the thing. I have been in this industry for 7 years. So I'm going into this and I'm like, what really could I learn new? You know, yes, I'm going to be challenged to do things that I'm already doing. I really, know the ins and outs of this stuff. I know why stuff works. I know how to do everything. I'm not scared of lives. I'm not scared of, So I really went into this thinking, how in the world is this going to benefit me other than just making me stay consistent, which is a good thing. So I was like, yeah, let's go in. I'll be super consistent. Awesome for start of the year. That's great. Guys, my mind is blown. I mean, almost immediately, I think it was day 2, that I was just sitting there livid because I'm like, do you realize how many leads, guys, I mean, thousands upon thousands of leads that I have missed out on because I was doing something completely different. And I mean, as soon as I switched it, everything changed. So this was so beneficial. And the biggest thing that he kept saying to me, or what I kept hearing, was take action before you are ready and without knowing everything. And he's like, it's a formed habit. for me personally, I have to have notes for everything. I feel like I'm not a green personality, but I need to know what's going on before I really dive into something. And I get it if you're the same way, but he kept saying, like, you've got to take action. It's a formed habit before you know everything. We had to do lives daily. I know Amanda's going to go over that formula for you, but I mean, he even dug deeper. It was all on attraction marketing and how to attract leads to you. And he said, don't stop prospecting. Like, that's part of network marketing too. You have to keep prospecting. You have to keep going for those 20 no's a day. But how cool is it when you have 20 people reaching out to you too? And whenever he first said that, I thought, come on, man, I've been in it 7 years. There's no way I'm going to get 20 people reaching out to me daily. And here I am just sitting here like this guy, like day 14, like this actually works. Here we go. And I mean, I have just been on fire and I just want more and more. Like, you've probably heard people say, find your teacher, find your speaker. And for me, he's such a breath of fresh air because it's different. It's a different way to do lives. It's a different way to follow up. It's a different way to even run your Facebook. I mean, guys, he even went as far as how to, like, the formula of Facebook and how Facebook algorithm helps your post get seen more, because somebody with 100 friends, but 20 of them are interactive, gets a better algorithm score than somebody with 5,000 friends that has 2,000 of them active. So he talked to us about how to use birthdays to help fix that. It was just so crazy to me, things I had never thought of, and my mind is still blown. Amanda, I have like 20 pages of notes, so I don't know where you want me to go with this or how, like, I don't know.
I know, guys, like, I'm telling you, when we tell you, like, there was so much information packed in that 14 days that we were kind of like, whoa. Like, Kayla's just sitting here, and actually she said birthdays, and I just want to tell you this. I had like a major like, whoa moment during that, right? And what it was he was talking about when you're messaging people about their birthdays or whatever, he was like, ask them a question in the like, when you tell them happy birthday, maybe ask them, are they celebrating this weekend? Or are they doing anything for their birthday or something like that, right? And you guys, here's the thing. Like, it's so funny that he addressed this during that, because then somebody today was talking about it on the 200K page. And it was like, some people were doing, the video messages and all of this stuff, right? He said this, and I just want you to think about this when you hear what I'm about ready to say, because you're going to say, oh man, yeah. So how many of you guys get a little bit overwhelmed when you open up a message and you have maybe 6 1-minute messages for you, voice messages? That's not quick for me. That's not quick for me. He said, you have to keep in mind that the other person's time, right? And I said, oh my God, yeah. He said, think about it. How weird is it for you to message somebody a happy birthday video that doesn't know you? It's kind of creepy. And I was like, oh my God, I bet you that is coming off a little creepy to some people, and it's not going to be for everybody. It's going to be awesome for some people. Some people are going to get a kick out of it and love it, right? But there's still those people that are going to get freaking weirded out. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If somebody I didn't know sent me a video on my birthday, I would remember them, but I would probably be like, type of thing. So it really kept me thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? On birthdays, I'm checking activity on people's pages now. If they're active, I'm going to like and comment on some of their posts. I'm also going to shoot them a happy birthday message and ask them if they're celebrating this weekend, if they're doing anything for their birthday. That is the lesson that I really took from that, is to be more personable, check out their page, see how they're doing. I mean, obviously, you're not going to say, I'm going to use this as an example, guys, so that it really kind of makes you think. I was looking through my messages today on my phone. I was looking at old messages, new messages, just kind of scrolling through, texting, typing stuff in. And I realized that somebody messaged me that they were interested. They messaged me that they were interested the day that my dad died, at right before my dad died. If somebody would have, and Okay, if somebody would have messaged me a big old happy birthday, singing birthday thing, and asked me if I was going to celebrate and I was going to do this on the day that my dad died, I would have been really kind of turned off a little bit. I mean, I would have been like, thank you, but, just I probably would have never responded or, just something. I just want you to keep in mind, like, if you don't know what's going on in people's lives, I mean, it's no problem to say happy birthday to somebody, but if you do want to take it a little bit more personal, it takes just a couple extra seconds to go check out their page. Make sure there's nothing tragic going on. They didn't just lose somebody or they didn't just have anything like that going on in their life. But also it lets you know if they're active or they're not active. If they haven't posted on that page since 2013, they probably have another Facebook page because they got a new phone and they couldn't open their password like 20 other people I know did. So just keep that in mind. But there were so many things that he taught us along the way that I just feel like was, an aha. And some people aren't going to like his ideas. For me, I've never been a big one of, just straight like attraction marketing where you don't talk about the products, you don't talk about this or that. I feel like you still got to talk about that stuff sometimes. But what I found was I found myself being able to open up, like if you notice, besides the live I did with Jamie, all my other lives, none of them had anything to do with actually the business. But he showed us how to take those and take it to that next level. Do you have your notes wrote down, Kayla, in front of you for the steps for the live?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have to write it down every time I do it so that I'm conscious of doing it. And the one time I didn't write it down before I did it because I didn't have to do the call to action, is the one time I didn't do the engagement before I went live. So Kayla, I'm going to let you share that because you guys get a pen and paper, because if I have to write it down every day, since I see you, Joe, if I have to write it every day, then I guarantee you that you're going to need to write it every time until you get used to doing it. So Kayla, go ahead and tell them the steps.
Okay. So before you go live, you want to engage for like 20 minutes. He said sometimes people can get stuck on that step and just engage for forever and feel like they have to watch videos and comment on videos. Guys, it's not like that. You can seriously go to your stories and just interact with different stories, but engage for 20 minutes. Try to, comment, like, whatever on 20 plus people's pages at least, or on their post or on their story. So engage there. Then you go live. You're going to introduce yourself, which is weird. It's so weird being like, hey guys, it's Kayla. I never would say that. So that took a second. Introduce yourself. Then you're going to basically tell them the question that you're going to be talking about. Give them the content that answers that question. So it goes engage, introduce, question, content, call to action. That's during your live. And
you want to explain the call to action, because I know there's people that don't know what it is. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So let's say I'm going to do, just to give you an example, 4 ways to age backwards. And so I go live and I'm like, hey guys, it's Kayla. There's my introduction. I know a lot of you probably read what this is called and you're wondering, okay, how can I really age backwards? There's my question. Well, I've got 20 tips here. I'm going to give you 4 real quick. And then, I've got some tips. I've got bonus tips that I can give you at the end. Give them their tips. That's their content. Then the call to action. All right, guys, like I said, I've got these bonus tips. If you'll just message me real quick, all you do is go to my profile, click message, and message skincare so I know what you're talking about. I can give you the rest of those 16 tips so that way you know what I'm talking, or you have everything that I know that I'm using. The thing is, throughout the challenge, he had us start getting more specific. So that's why I said, go to my profile, click message, and message me this. Things like that increase them messaging you. Then whenever they message you, that's when you use the call to action delay. So I'll say, hey, so happy you want those other 16 tips on aging backwards. It seriously is crazy. I'll send them to you as soon as I get back to my computer. But I was just curious, are you already doing something to help with your skin?
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. You just talked about aging products, nothing to do with really anything. And you can go and you can refer it to form or anything else. Okay. Like he did so many examples of stuff like that. Like you could talk about, you know, I don't know, the energy drinks, or you could talk about anything, guys. Like, I mean, you could sit there. Kayla did one about coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did fat burning coffee, and then it was like 20 tips on how to make your coffee a fat burner. And so I gave them like 4 on the live, and I said, message me for the other 16. And whenever they messaged me, I said, are you already doing something to help you with weight loss? So that geared straight into, you know, our weight loss products. But this is something else I wanted to add. One of my big aha moments was whenever he talked about you're not marketing to a standing army, you're marketing to a moving parade. Some of us, if you've been pulled back, or if you haven't done lives in a while, or maybe you're just ready to jump all in right now, please realize, like, and I've had this talk with Chad because I've made him start jumping back in this, but I'm like, you're not marketing, you're not like posting to a standing army. They're all not just standing there being like, well, Chad hasn't posted in like a year, so why is he all of a sudden back in this? Like, no, that's not it, guys. I mean, our people have so much life going on. They've had a flat tire, they've, you know, got a divorce, they've lost a loved one, they've, so much life is happening always. They're not standing there just waiting to see what you're going to post or what you're going to do. So stop overthinking it. If you're someone that hasn't gone live yet or hasn't gone live in a long time, don't overthink that. Just jump in. It is a moving parade. Everybody on your Facebook does not know what you do. They do not know the products you have. I put a post up today that said, if I sent you a mini experience, would you take it correctly and give me a honest testimony? People were commenting on that saying, what's a mini experience? I'm just sitting here like, I post about this stuff constantly, but it's just another example of we are talking to a moving parade. They do not. You've got to stop thinking about, well, you know, my friends just don't react good to that. Or my friends, they'll question, you know, why am I just jumping back into this? Don't think that way. Just jump in, because this is completely changing my business right now.
Yeah, no, it is, guys. And I'm telling you, that call to action is key, but the call to action delay is your hook. That is where you are able to turn it from you just providing the information that you said that you would into seeing if they are open. If they're open, great. If they're not, okay, you know. All right. But you can never close somebody that's not open. They've got to open up at some point a little bit in order to share the information with them. But if they're telling you, listen to what they say. Okay. And I promise you, it's going to change your business. But, and this is where the but comes, Kayla and I said something, and some of you picked it up, some of you didn't. What is the one thing that Kayla and I both did? Listen, her steps were way more perfected than mine, okay? Like, I missed all kinds of details in mine, especially today's. But that's not the point. The point is I did it, okay? I did it. I stayed consistent. Kayla stayed consistent. That's the key, guys, is the consistent. Isn't it a miracle I signed a promoter today that upgraded? Isn't it a miracle that I have a handful of other potential promoters that I didn't have 14 days ago ready to upgrade that I haven't even offered any discounts to? What? And before that, I was like, I don't have any prospects. What am I doing? And you want to know what, guys? I was sitting there and I was over learning and I wasn't applying. I wasn't taking the action. I wasn't messaging. So I have some, they call them DMOs. I really don't know what that means. What's that mean? Does anybody know? I don't know what that means. But anyways, if you did this, and she said, if you can't do anything, if you do this every single day, okay, you'll grow your business. And I said, oh, okay. She said, so I'm going to give you an hour a day. You don't have an hour to put into your business, then, you know, there's a difference between if I don't have an hour to put into my business and somebody that never intended for this to be something that was, they were all in for. Okay. So if you want, if just for me, okay, if I want to put an hour of intentional work into my business, 15 minutes, message 15 people, a minute a person. Oh, Some of you guys are like, what? 15 minutes, message 15 people. Quit overthinking it. Did they comment on your post? Message them. Get your list prepared before you go and do this. So that means you have a running list, guys. And then when it's time to get your work done, you pull out that list and you go down through and you message those 15 people. And because you have your list, because you've decided to get organized, listen, I got to do this too, okay? I got to do this too because I'm like the least organized person. If you want me to message 15 people, I need to know the 15 people I'm going to message. So now I've got to be intentional about who am I going to message tomorrow. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to do it a day ahead. So I know who I'm going to be messaging when I spend that 15 minutes to message people. So those people, I'm going to message them. Maybe it's somebody that I've talked to about a mini experience. All right. I'm going to follow up with that person. And I might say, hey girl, I have a 10% coupon because I do. Okay. I have a 10% coupon and a free shipping. And I know you loved your experience. So this thing's going to expire or I can give it to you. Do you want it? And we can get your order in today. She says no. Okay. I'll message somebody else. I just didn't want to leave you out. I might throw something else in there. You guys, I might be a little bit more clever. I'm not like I'm thinking on my toes here, but I'm just giving you an idea of if you've talked to somebody before, look at that previous conversation and then just message them. Just message them. Look at the previous conversation and then follow up from there. The last thing you guys ended up talking about was them saying that no, now's just not the right time or anything like that. So, okay, you want to follow up with them. Maybe it was a potential promoter. You say, hey, so-and-so, I know earlier it wasn't the time whenever it was the holidays and everything, but everybody's getting their income tax checks. And we have these incredible bonuses coming up. If you're still thinking about joining, now would be the time because we have triple bonuses. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I'm not going to say all of that in one message. I'm going to try to keep it. I like to keep things like 3 to 4 sentences, just being honest. That's pleasure to my eyes because if you write me a paragraph, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. Okay. I'm talking about somebody trying to sell me something, but the thing is that if somebody isn't trying to sell me something, okay, I'm just going to change the subject. I'm going to go into people that I don't talk to, that I've never messaged. Okay. So here's the deal. I'm not going to message them and ask them if they want to try Thrive. Okay. But my message, my 15 minutes that I spend messaging, I could very easily just pull up Instagram and go down through and message every person that has a story and comment and reach out to them and start a conversation. Or I could go down through and make new followers and tell them how awesome their page is. And I'm looking forward to getting to follow their content. You guys, do you know how cool it is when somebody compliments you on your page and you're like, people put a lot of energy on Instagram into their page. Okay. Like, I love it. It's a huge compliment when somebody messages me and tells me that they love the stuff that I post. Like, I love it. And you want to know what? I asked myself the other day, I said, why am I not engaging more on Instagram? Why am I not looking up people's names and commenting and just having conversations and sparking? I've got all kinds of messages going on right now in my Instagram DMs. Just because conversations going back and forth with people, just because I've actually been working my stories, just because I've been working my Instagram. Whoa. I haven't been excessively posting or anything, but I've been commenting and engaging. You guys want to go to every single one of those bloggers? I can promise you this, you're going to find the good ones, the ones that have the 3, 4, 5, 600 in comments. Every single one of their posts, they have replied back to the people in their comments. You got to give it. You got to give some love, right? So when you're reaching out to people, you need to stop putting the pressure that you're trying to sell something. You need to reach out to people and just see how they're doing. or compliment them on something that they're doing. If you're on Facebook, it's a little bit different. At least it is for me. I feel like it's a little bit different. I like to reach out on birthdays. So that is included. Okay. I like to reach out on birthdays and celebrations and stuff. But also if I see that their kids graduated, or I see that they have a story, or they have something else, or I don't generally on Facebook, just because it's a different platform, like to reach out to people in my DMs that I have no reason to reach out to. Meaning we have nothing in common. I'm just thinking of this one girl on my Facebook. We have nothing in common. We went to school together. I never see her post about being tired, not having energy. Anyways, there's not really a reason that I'd want to message her. But if it ever arises and I need Girl Scout cookies or something, and her kids sell Girl Scout cookies, maybe I could just shoot her a message and ask her about the Girl Scout cookies. I mean, you never know. That might turn into another potential promoter, because now she maybe has been my friend for 5 years and has never seen one single one of my posts before. But because I shot her a message, now she's going to start seeing it. You know? So those are so many aha moments that we've had this week. So I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and they said that, you know, a lot of their team had checked out, just fell off the planet, checked out. And I told that person, I said, don't worry about it. Just show up. Just start showing up. Just start showing up. Because what happens is, guys, and I'm going to tell you, over half the people here right now on the Zoom won't be here this summer on the Zoom, but I will be. Many of you guys will be, but probably half won't, because you'll give up and you'll stop working because you hit a bump in the road, because you got no, or you don't have anybody messaging you, or you haven't signed a customer in 6 months. But you have to decide, like, do you want 6 months from now to be worse than where you're at now? Or do you want 6 months to go by and damn, you get to celebrate all those bonuses that you earned? And you can do that, guys. Like I shared the other day, I shared my, conference 2014, my very first conference, and the 2 girls on my team. I had 3 that were working, but 2 were there with me. And those 2 didn't have any workers on their team either, right? And I left there and went the 12K rank, okay, which was a diamond for them. The 20 or the double diamond rank, which was like in between 40 and 12K here, okay? And then I went triple, and I earned in the next 3 months. So I went from 2 people to 26 people, or how many people? 25 people to go diamond, 46, I think, or something to go double diamond. And I don't know, a shit ton to go triple diamond. But my point is 46 plus 25 plus another 25, something like that, right? So my point is that we duplicated, and we just came back with this mindset that we were going to do it. Every single one of you guys are right there. Whether you have 1 person or you have none, you can go from wherever you're at, 0 to 50K or 60K or 80K or 200K. The only person setting a limitation is you. So I'll tell you now, don't tell me that you want to be 12K by April. Tell me you want to be 12K by next month. Because why aren't you going to want to dream bigger? Why aren't you going to say, I want to go 12K and I want to get it done today. I don't want to get it done tomorrow. I want to get it done today. And you guys, you have to say, I believe in setting realistic expectations for yourself. And with those expectations, you have to set action, and you have to decide to take that action. And the only difference, guys, is that people just talk to more people. People expose themselves to new people because they don't care if that person's not going to like them or not. They just talk. They just open their mouths and talk. They just friend. Believe me, guys, that's how networkers work. They friend people every single day. They go around, they listen. You will never, eventually one of these days, and Ray taught this in his trainings as well, eventually one of these days, you'll never be able to, like, you'll never look at advertisements the same. And I can tell you, I don't look at advertisements the way that some people do, because I'm looking at the angle that they're coming in at, and I'm trying to understand it. And I want you guys to understand that that's the difference, is that you can't give up before you understand those angles. You can't give up before you've talked to enough people. Like, I mean, I've got like 20 something thousand or something followers on Instagram. And like, I quit working it for like 4 years or something. And half those followers probably, I don't know, have a different Instagram now. And they're just, I wish they could just go away, because they make my Instagram look all jacked up. Plus I did all the bad stuff that you weren't supposed to do, like my stuff and like, you know, it's 2013. I was learning, whatever. Anyhow, my point is that I need to go get like 20,000 new followers, right? On Instagram. Like, that market's not tapped out. There's like 1 billion people over there. All I've got to do is get my stuff in front of them. So I need to step up my stories. I need to step up my interaction. I need to step up being conscious about that. Guess what? I've joined many groups, guys, on Facebook, and I love some of those groups. I look forward to their posts. In fact, I want this one guy in this group on my team like yesterday. And you better believe I am his new friend on Facebook. I like his post and comment on his post, because he would literally like rock this beyond belief. He's a recovering, I think he's an alcohol, might have been alcohol. I don't know, but he is one of the most inspirational people. He posts every single day in every single one of the groups that he's like an admin to. Okay. And I don't know how I ended up in like all 3 of their groups, but they're bumping. They are awesome. Hello. They're awesome groups. And the thing is, it's like, I'm like, God, does he even realize like how much money he could be making right now just because of the work that he does? He works like an entrepreneur, which he is. He's got his own brand and he does his own thing, but he's self-made. And that means he's got to hustle, and he knows that he's the only one that can show up for himself. So every single one of you guys that want to set a goal and set a dream, I can promise you that there will be people there beside you on your way and your climb up. I can promise you, because I'm one of them. I'm going to be here. I'm going to cheer you on. Okay. And if you called me in the middle of the night and you were having like, I mean, I think she might be on here right now. She had no access to Facebook. She was in the hospital. She called me. She looked my phone up, I think she had one of her nurses look up my name on, like, I think it was Google. I don't know. And then she called me, because you can find my phone number on Google, because I make my stuff everywhere, right? She called me. Oh, she is here. I see her. But that's the thing. It's like, she's like, I just want you to know I didn't quit and fall off the planet. I had a stroke. Jesus, guys, she had a stroke, and she's like worried about people worrying like where she's at. Like, I'm like, girl, it's okay. Like, it's all right. We're going to be here. And she was mad because she was on a roll. Right? And it's like, that shows me some dedication. I'm not telling you guys to call me when you have a stroke or anything like that. Okay. Or in labor. I'm surprised Julie didn't call us when she was in labor. She was posting though. I mean, seriously, but my point is like, you can't worry. Your team is always going to be quitting, guys. People are always going to quit. People are always going to let you down. People are always going to not show up. People are always going to disappoint. People are always going to tell you no. People are always going to have excuses. People are always going to say, I need this to work, Amanda. I need this to work, Amanda. When's the last time you got on a Zoom? I haven't been on a Zoom because I just can't make it work, Amanda. Why haven't you listened to a recording? Because I just haven't had time, Amanda. Oh, you haven't drove down the road and you haven't listened to the radio? Because that's literally all it takes to listen to a Zoom. No, you got to say, I own my shit. Like, that's it. You got to own it. So I want every single one of you guys to get off of your, I don't know, pity party. Let's not have pity party. Hey, listen, I had to get over my own pity party, right? So I was like sitting there moping around in my bed and like, I feel like crap. I feel like, I gained all this weight. I feel fat. I don't want to stand up in front of anybody. I don't want to go live. And then I just say, oh, I think I'll just sign up for a 14-day challenge that's going to force me to go live every day for the next 14 days. Why don't I? And then why don't I just reach out to Kayla? And listen, guys, that was like, I need an accountability partner. I need that accountability partner. And if you don't have an accountability partner, get one. Get one. Somebody's going to say, did you go live today? Did you message 15 people in 15 minutes? I'm so sorry, guys. I got distracted. Let me go back to my hour a day business because, I only gave you step one. 15 people in 15 minutes. Spend 10 minutes liking and commenting on like most recent posts or posts that of your potentials that maybe you're talking to or whatever. Spend 10 minutes. So this is every day, 15 minutes, send 15 messages. Okay. Make it a must do. Like you can't go to bed till you send 15 messages. Before you go to bed tonight, you need to send 15 messages. I don't care if it's 15 messages right now or 15 messages spread out, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes, whatever. Okay. 15, 15. 10 minutes liking and commenting posts. 15 minutes on follow-up. That means you shoot the follow-up message. You know what you're going to be messaging, whatever you send. 15 minutes on follow-up, and then you move on. You don't reply. I'm not telling you to answer or wait for the person to respond to you. You send 15 follow-ups. Okay? 15 minutes, 15 follow-ups. Do you hear me? You're not talking to people right now. You're just messaging. The time to talk and answer them will be after they reply. After you're done sending your 15. Don't reply to anybody before that 15 minutes is up, okay? I promise you, don't do it. 15 and 15, yes. And then 15 and 15 for follow-up. Then 10 minutes, do a live or a curiosity post of some kind. You guys, I did a live on the curiosity post today, and I don't know if I have my notes sitting here or not. Kayla, do you have your notes on the curiosity post? To include the benefit, all I have are a couple notes. It's include the benefits and have an emotion of some kind, but avoid the company name, the product name, and a call to action. And he used the example of why you don't want to use a call to action. So he used the example of this girl shouting out her friend for getting, she was so happy for her friend. She just started this new hair regimen and her husband absolutely loves it. And she's just so excited. And she shares a picture of her friend and her hair or whatever, right? So that sounds like cool, right? Like, oh my God, people are going to comment and say, wow, that looks awesome. People are going to be like, what kind of hair regimen is she using? Right? If she would have included in that post, oh, her hair looks beautiful, her husband's hair. Hey, if you want your husband to message or your husband to compliment your hair, just shoot me a message. How many people do you think are going to like and comment on that post in fear, guys, in fear that you're just going to bombard them with a message to sell them your hair product? But people do want to know what regimen they're using. They do want to know what the heck you're talking about. So they're going to message you or they're going to ask you. And then you can say, hey, I'll message you. Right? Makes a big difference. Huge. The curiosity post. So the curiosity post or a live, and your live really shouldn't go over 10 minutes, even though I'm really bad about that. And then she actually gave me another thing as well. And give me just a second. You guys, if you only seen, Kayla told you how many notes. Oh, I did, I added in go work Instagram for the remainder of the time for the hour. So all the rest of it was on Facebook, and then you can go work Instagram for like 20 minutes or something. So every day you could go do that. Those of you that say, I don't work my Instagram, that's okay. Go start. Go start. Just start. All you got to do is friend people or follow people, like and compliment them. Look up people that you can relate to, I promise it'll make such a huge difference. So that was part of, oh my God, we were 46 minutes talking about that stuff. How the heck are we going to talk about minis and challenges? And we got Stacee on here. Where's she at? I don't have an IG. Go make one. Go make one and then watch the video. I promise you. Don't spend too much time on it though, like 20 minutes. That's it. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about minis. Kayla. First, I want to say this for Kayla, because Kayla's really good about minis. And then, so I want to challenge you all to go live. Okay, I want to challenge you guys to go live. If you're not comfortable doing it every single day, that's fine. But I challenge you to go live. Some of you guys are really scared to go live. Start videoing, like, I don't know, birds or something. Like, just start getting comfortable talking on a video, even if your face isn't showing. You guys start. So I see you laughing at me, Stacee. But Stacee's going to talk about pre-selling upgrades, okay, here in a minute. Kayla's going to talk to you about minis. I'm just going to tell you to start doing some lives and these daily actions, guys. Friending people. I should have added friending 5 people or 10 people. I don't know, 5 or 10. Clear out your friend request every day. Clear out your friend request every day. Because that will hold against you in the algorithm too. But I do want to say this. A lot of the ladies that are here that are on my team that are enrolled with me, every single one of them pretty much sent out minis. I sent out minis to their friends before they signed. So I want you guys to understand the power of those mini experiences, because Kayla wouldn't be here if she wouldn't have tried that mini. I probably wouldn't be here if I didn't try the mini. There's some people that will just jump in. I did with my last company. I just jumped in. I didn't try the product, nothing. I just signed up and went for it, right? But this company, I needed to know before I jumped in and support it, just because I had experience, okay? So I want you to know that there's people like me out there that I have to try that experience. And if you never offer those trials, nobody's ever going to know that you have them, okay? So Kayla, you've had quite a bit of success, and we're gonna launch a don't unmute yourself. Don't mute yourself again. Don't you do it. Okay. I want you guys to know we are going to announce a contest, but I don't have it typed up, so it's not coming tonight. I'm sorry, I don't have it typed up because I got to create a Google Doc and stuff for it. So, but it's going to be, but you might as well go ahead and start. I'm going to tell you it's got to do with mini experiences, 3-way calls. If you're 12K or above, there's going to be a bonus. I don't care if you're on my team or not. Okay, we'll all just have some fun with this. There's going to be a bonus for 12Ks for how many 3-way calls they can get, because I think 12Ks need to have some more 3-way calls. You guys love me. All right, Kayla, talk about minis. I'm going to shut up and mute myself for a minute.
Okay. All right, guys, real quick before I get into that, just something I wanted to add on to hers. If you are one of the ones that's like, oh, I know I need to go live, guys, we learned so many different places to get topics and different ways, like just the invest, learn, teach method of going live. So if you're one of the ones that's like, I just want to know, what should I go live about? What should I talk about? Reach out to somebody, because we have a ton of, like, that could be a whole different Zoom. But okay, so many experiences. I would say 95 to 98% of my team, including customers, has came from mini experiences. When people tell me that they don't do mini experiences, I'm like, how do you have a team at all? Because I'm not exaggerating when I say 95 to 98% of my team and our customers have came from mini experiences. There's so many different ways that I could give you tips on getting these out. The first place that I'm going right now is all of my free customer accounts that have never ordered. I'm messaging them saying, hey, I'm getting some, because we've already talked about Thrive. They have a free customer account. I can just talk to them. Yes, I may ask, hey, how's it going if we haven't talked in 6 months, but we can go into Thrive a little bit quicker than the ones I've never talked to about it. So I'm asking them, I'm getting some happy packs out this week. Are you open to trying a 3 or a 6 day if I cover taxes and shipping? That is the message that my free customer accounts get. Then I'm going to all of my ordering customers and I'm telling them, hey girl, look, I have been challenged this week and I think this could be a win-win for both of us. Do you have some friends or family that may be open to just trying a 3 or a 6 day happy pack? I'll cover taxes and shipping. It helps me with my challenge. And if they decide to order later, I'll make sure they order through you so you can be thriving for free. What do you think? So I'm going to my ordering customers with that. Then I'm going to my free promoter accounts. I don't have a lot of them, but for the ones I do, I'm messaging them. Look, girl, I get you're not ready to get a kit yet, but we've got to get these happy packs out. Who are some friends and family that we can get them to this week? I will help you ask them. We can do 3-way chats. Let's get some happy packs out. What's a good goal for you? And we set a goal of like 4 or 5 or 6, and we make it happen in a weekend. So those are kind of the different places I go to immediately. Then different posts that I do. A lot of people have messaged me today about the post I did about if I sent you a happy pack, would you try it and give me an honest testimony? I'm not giving away a free happy pack. I do not do free. I've never done free. Nobody's getting a free happy pack from that post. That is for me to update my potentials list, for me to go and interact with them. And probably in the next 5 to 7 days, they will get a message about a happy pack where I cover taxes and shipping for them. But nobody is getting one free. That is 100% for me to update my potentials list. But I mean, guys, it's just getting them out, following up. Those 3-way chats, 3-way calls are massive. Them hearing from someone else. One of the quickest way I get happy packs out is whenever I share somebody else's story on a live. Let somebody else come in and share their day 1, day 3, day 10. And then people are like, well, Kayla, maybe what you have does work. They've seen me post about it for 2 years, but now that somebody else has said it worked, maybe it does work. Now they're open to trying a 3 or a 6 day. But the mindset that I'm in and I'm trying to get my team in is anybody that tries a happy pack right now is going to be ready to order or join the team in 30 days. And if you have any history in network marketing, you know this. As soon as taxes come in, if you talk to them, if they tried the product, they're going to be ready to invest either in themselves for financial reasons or invest in their health because they're going to feel something. These products work. They work really good. Right now, Happy Pack Hustle. Yeah.
I got to say this. And I want to really put this in prevalence, guys. When I came back, and I don't want you to overthink about what you're saying. Okay. I don't want you to overthink what to say to people. If you're excited, message. Okay. When I came out of conference in 2000, and I can pull up, you guys know I don't delete anything, right? There's messages on my phone from when I came out of conference in 2014, what I messaged people. Like, I'm not kidding. All right. And I want you to understand, I didn't think anything. I just searched keywords into my messenger, like into my text, because I use text a lot because I was talking to a lot of people on Instagram, and Instagram didn't have DMs back then. Okay. Like for real. So a lot of text, a lot of messenger. I searched conversations and I literally messaged everybody under the sun about the bonuses that my company had offered. I want you to understand that they didn't all sign with me right then, but over the next few months, they did. Okay. Over the next few months, they did. Oh, a lot. I mean, I had lists and lists, and it was so cool to start just like, oh, she became a customer. Oh, she became a promoter. Oh, she became a customer. Oh, haven't heard back from her. And guess what? Whenever I joined this company, I made that list again. And I'll tell you, there's people that are here that were on that list, right? There's people that are here that were on that list. So you have to just not be afraid to shoot those messages out. Those messages, listen, I never brought up what I was doing with the company or the products with Kayla. Ever. She messaged me, telling me I was brave. She was proud of what I was doing. We had conversations. How are you doing? Da, da, da. She filled me in on her life. We kept conversations. Fast forward 5 months later, and she's joining my team. Okay. Are you going to hold out and keep consistent for Kayla to join you? that's where I want you guys to understand, like, you've got to start talking to people. You've got to start talking to them, and it's going to change your business. And these minis, getting them out now, the more minis you get out now, the more business you're going to have. This also is going to help you with triple fast starts. And it's also every single person that is on here that says to themselves right now, I don't have any experiences to get out. Stacey, where are you? Kayla, don't you go nowhere, because I'm going to be like, Kayla, Stacey. Stacey said everybody's tired of hearing from Stacey. Does anybody think that they're tired of hearing from Stacey? I'm not tired of hearing from Stacey. Can anybody ever get tired of hearing from Stacey? I don't think so. So Stacey's going to give you the 411 on how you can pre-sell. And every person on here right now that is sitting here saying, I don't have any mini experiences, needs to listen up, because whether you're new or you're older and you've been around and you have no mini experiences, you have no money in your bank account, you are negative in your bank account even, okay? That's even more reason to work your business. Can do this. So Stacey, take it away.
So tell me which way you want to talk about, because I take pre-selling two different ways. You want me to talk about pre-selling like for promoters that come in and can't afford, $150, or you want me to talk about current promoters, or like squishing into both?
Kind of like both.
Okay. I love when your voice goes way up and you're like, kind of like both. So our team is like super, 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 super successful with the pre-selling stuff. You guys, reality is this time of year, Christmas passed, and we talk, at least within my organization, we talk a lot about the wins that people have. Your number one objection is people are going to say, wow, that's a lot of money. I don't have that money. And especially if you're not super confident. And reality is you need to get that objection off the table immediately and let people know, okay, so let's take money off the table. That's not an issue. What else is holding you back? Because if you don't discover what is lower than that, they're not going to sign. It's not just money. It's their husband doesn't, they've tried this before. Their husband doesn't want them to do it. They lack confidence. They don't think that they're good on social media. They don't want to go live. There's so many other things. It's like a layer of an onion that you have to peel back. And probably by the third or fourth reason, you'll really get to the meat and potatoes of what's holding them back. So that's my number one biggest piece of advice. So, okay, first I'll talk about like people coming in and listen, everybody runs their business differently. Kudos to everybody. I teach my team all the time. It doesn't matter. There are so many ways to get to a location. Every single way can work, but you have to find what's right for you. So within my organization, we don't sign free promoters ever. I want people to have skin in the game. I want them to have their hands on products. Okay. That sucks if you join my team, because I'm not going to let you sign 4,000 free promoters without stabbing you in the ear. Okay. But that said, okay, it works. And I mean, you guys, I come from a teeny tiny town where everyone is broke. Everyone is struggling. Everyone is hustling. They're working 2 or 3 jobs. So my network oftentimes, once we get them passed, because when I ask somebody like, okay, take money off the table, it's free. What else will do back? And they're like, well, I'm just scared I'm not going to be successful like you are. I don't know how I'm going to get clients. I get that one so much. And I take those objections off the table. This is what I'm going to tell you guys. Underline, asterisk, highlight, circle, listen to this tip. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to come up with wording. Stop trying to come up with responses. Write your upline or somebody that you trust that is actually doing the thing, and ask them for what you should say before you even say it, because we can't backpedal. So for me, in that conversation, I would literally be like, girlfriend, I knew exactly how you feel. I was the exact same way. I was petrified. I was terrified. I didn't want to use my social media. I know exactly where you're coming from, and it's on me. It is my job as your mentor to teach you exactly how to do that. And if I can't do that, that's an issue for me. You don't have to worry about that. You're going to come in and I'm going to train you and I'm going to hold your hand. Bam. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. Thank goodness. I had no idea who I was going to sign up. Well, now that's done. So then we can get to the next issue. And then once we get down to the only thing that's holding them back is that they don't have the money. So what I'll say to them is, okay, so listen to me. We have upgrade packs available. Our upgrade packs are 150, 200, 400, and 800. And then people are like, well, I just don't have it. I'm going to have to start saving up. And I'm like, awesome. So in the meantime, what we're going to do, because I can tell a quality lead now, and you guys have got to prospect up. You've got to stop wasting your time with people that are not worth your time. I'm sorry if that hurts people's feelings. I understand everybody deserves this opportunity, but not everybody deserves your time. Okay. So what I do with them is I'm like, okay, listen, this is what we're going to do. Shoot me your email address. I'm going to create you a free customer account so that you can get into the back office and you can take a look at the customer website. You can diddle around and see the products. I'm going to get you in. I'm going to get you on the training. I'm going to have you do that. I'm going to, have you pick my brain with questions and things like that. And then once they do that, the way I teach is that I want them to write down their chicken soup list, which is at least 10 people that would bring them chicken soup if they were dying sick on their couch. And we all have them. It doesn't matter how lonely you are, how many friends you don't have. It doesn't matter if you were the worst human being or in jail 16 times. It doesn't matter. We all have a chicken soup list. And from there, I break it down so stinking easy with my team. I'm going to come back to something Kayla said too. I literally already have a copy and paste message that is in my text replacement that I make everybody save to their phone in their text replacements or their clipboards that tells them exactly what to send out and say to their chicken soup list if they're trying to pre-sell. Like, hey girl, I don't know if you've caught wind of exactly what I'm doing, but I'm super stinking excited. I'm trying to start a business from home. I need a handful of people to try out these products. Have you ever heard of Thrive Experience? Whatever it is. That's just kind of off the top of my head. They send out the exact same message every time. And you guys know why? Not because I'm a control freak, because it works. It works every single time. Literally, I end my messages, you guys, with my potentials, and I teach people to end them with say yes, exclamation point, smiley face. What is somebody going to do? Say no? They love you. They're your chicken soup list. It's the same thing when I send out invites to parties and events, like online giveaways, like, hey girl, I'm hosting this thing tonight. I'm super stinking excited. You have a chance at winning products. I know you wanted to get on board for some time. Say yes. Do you know anybody else that would like an invite? And they're like, yes. What time? They just take orders. People just take orders, dude. That's what they do. So I was going to go back to something Kayla said. So she posted a post that I posted similarly. I don't know what's up with the hair, so y'all just have to deal. She posted a post similar to something I posted a few days ago, and I had so much success with it. I started sharing with my team, and then I physically gave them the exact message that I was sending out. Because here's the deal. Anybody can look at Kayla, Amanda, Summer, Donna, Giselle, Amanda. Anybody can look at the people that, are successful and copy and paste their post, but they don't know what the hell to do after. That's where it gets messed up. That's where you guys lose people. That's where it's not just like I'm telling my brand new people coming in, it's not up to you to figure it out. It's not up to you to figure it out. It's up to you to take somebody by the hand and put aside your stubbornness, put aside like trying to figure it out and not being teachable, and just say, okay, I'm going to follow this like a pattern. So I went through and I gave my team, this is what you're going to post. This is the kind of picture. You're going to change up the wording, maybe a few words here and there just to fit your personality, because clearly not everybody says holy bananas and holy platypus poop. And you're going to post that. You're going to wait 2 hours minimum before you respond to anybody so you don't look desperate. Okay? You want to appear busy. We're trying to say we're successful. If we're successful, how do we have time to message somebody the second they comment? Okay? And then you're going to send this message, and then you're going to shut up. Sales 101. Whoever speaks first loses. I sold, you guys, I think I'm at 9 minis right now, and I just sold another one tonight on Instagram. And my team has been exploding with minis. Okay. So back. Sorry, that was a sidetrack, but Kayla brought that up, and it's so incredibly important. Allow yourself to be teachable and understand that there is nothing to reinvent. There are things that work, so just use them. Don't try to create
Kayla,
something.
Or Stacee?
Yeah.
Every single person on here is going to want to know what that message is now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't mind posting on Level Up. It's fine. Like, that ship sailed for me. I already posted it and it worked, and I'll post it again and I'll tweak the wording. The biggest thing is that you guys have to understand, it's okay. It's not a, hey girl, hey, thanks for the love of my post. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Like, that's 2014, dude. It's gone.
Yeah.
You have to, make it sound relatable. So
no matter what it is, guys, you want to make it your own without changing the messages. Mm-hmm. Okay? So you want to make it your own without changing the message. So you don't want to change the way that she's saying, about the product or about the sample, but maybe the way that you approach the go in with a little bit of, like she said, I mean, I don't ever talk about Pusses. I can't even spell that. I mean,
Butterfly.
or whatever she said. I mean, I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Like, you can always tell if it's Amanda because you'll see like a million dots in their post and totally bad grammar and punctuation. And you know that I totally typed that post up. Somebody else didn't post it. If it's got a lot of emojis, listen, my welcome post today, I'm not even going to lie. I totally copied that crap right off of Kayla. I said, she's got good wording. I'm just going to reword it just a little tiny bit, but not a whole bunch, and change the names. And there you go.
I just think it's incredibly important. Like literally when it's a specific post and a specific message that generated that many responses from so many different people and got so many I think I got probably about 50 or 60 brand new potentials off of it. Okay. When it works, it works. So stop trying to change it. You know what I mean? Like just do it and whatever. So the other side is when people want to pre-sell, when they're like, okay, yes, I'm like, listen, we have an option. If you don't have any money, that's cool. I have tons of people that have started with no money in their pocket, no money out of their pocket. This is what we need to do. Shoot me your email address. I'm going to get you on the training. You're going to do the training. Then you're going to pick my brain. Now we're going to make your chicken soup list and we are going to run together hand in hand. Okay. There's two options. Some of y'all that have big downlines, you might not agree with my options. You guys might have been trained differently. That's okay. There's a million ways to get to the beach. Okay. But I have two options. Okay. First option is somebody I don't know very well. Okay. Somebody I don't know very well, what they're going to do is they're going to send that message out to their chicken soup list. They're going to talk to their best friends, their family. I'm going to give them a post to post on Facebook. And basically they're literally going to take orders, pre-orders. They're going to sell the minis. They're going to get $25. They're going to hold on to $25 from 5 people. And then I'm going to buy the 6th mini. I'm going to buy the 6th mini. That's what I choose to do. Because if you can sell 5 minis, pre-sell 5 minis, I'll pay $25. That's okay. I have credits. This is why I save my credits, you guys. I stockpile them like a psychopath, okay? So that's my motivation for them. You sell 5, I'll buy the 6th one. I have never, ever, ever, more than twice ever had to buy the 6th one because they want to buy the 6th one. They want that many, okay? Second option, if it's somebody that you know that's local to you, maybe it's your best friend, your sister, your cousin, somebody that's trustworthy, I have them sell the minis, physically get the money. They send me the money. I send the minis. And then when all of it comes, like when we get the money for the upgrade pack, then I send that money back to them. They get their upgrade pack and they send the minis back to me. But I only do that with people that I know, that I'm comfortable with, things like that, because I'm not going to front product. I've gotten burned so many times, you guys, between the two businesses. I don't give away a hair, ever, ever, ever. And we have done so well. The issue is where you guys lose people when you teach them to pre-sell is between when you say, let's pre-sell, they never do it. You've got to keep them on fire. You've got to invite them to team Zooms. You've got to keep them excited. You've got to send them trainings. You've got to keep them involved. You've got to stay on them every single morning like they're a brand new promoter. You've got to give them posts. You've got all those type of things. And so 9 times out of 10, the reason why pre-selling doesn't work is because the promoter trying to help this person pre-sell is not up for the challenge. If you want that person on your team and they're legit and they're gold, you're going to do anything that you can to work it to make it happen. And I have so many people on my team that have pre-sold. My God, Ulyssa last year got the $1,000 bonus for going 4K and dropped a new engine in her own car by pre-selling product. And then for current people, my only advice for current people, honestly, is same thing. If you have no product on hand, I struggle with this. I'm not even going to lie. I struggle with this because it's really, really hard to run your business without having any product on hand. Because if you don't have product on hand, you're not getting your own personal results. You're not feeling the effects of Thrive every day, which is why I am adamant about people getting upgrade packs. But let's say you ran out of products and this month you didn't have 2 customers or whatever, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to post like you do every day as an active promoter. You're going to plug in. You're going to dial back. You're going to do all those things. You're going to participate in Amanda's contests and Kayla's contests and Stacee's contests. You're never going to leave money on the table because every penny that you win as winnings, you can put back into your business without taking anything out of your pocket. And As far as pre-selling goes, it's the same thing, you guys. Let people know. I literally will give people a message that'll say, okay, listen, I've got, 6 happy packs on their way to me right now. I'm going to reserve one in your name. Shoot me over the money. As soon as I get them in, I'm going to shoot them out to you. Same thing. But you have to give people direction. You have to help your teammates that are trying to do this. It's not for the faint of heart. That's why some people are successful and some people aren't. If somebody comes to me and they're truly, honestly, like, let's say Samantha, not Samantha, because she's amazing and wonderful, but let's say Samantha's like, listen, I'm really struggling. Like, I don't have products and I want to pre-sell minis and I want to get an upgrade pack. That is on me. If she's committed, I need to match her efforts and I need to work my buns off and my fingers off my hands to show her that I'm going to help her get going again. But if Samantha disappears for 3 days, Samantha doesn't get my time. I love you, girl. Do you? You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I do. And I don't know how I can share all those types of messages and stuff like that without confusing people, but I'll figure out a way and I'll put some on Level Up. You're muted, baby.
Oh, shoot. Jeez Louise. I was actually muted that time. You guys, like, is that not gold? Like, all of that's gold. Like, Kayla and Stacey, I love you ladies so much because it's like, it gives you so much, guys. And what I want you to understand, and I'm so glad that you closed that out, Stacey, was saying that, is that if Samantha disappeared for 3 days, she doesn't get my time. That's the same thing. Like, if you tell me that you're having trouble closing somebody and you literally, like, have never sent anybody a message to show them like what kind of conversation, like where's that having a problem, there's an issue. You know, I'll tell you, I'll give a shout out to Jessica Cutright because she knew where she was struggling at, and now she just signed a new promoter that bought an upgrade kit, and you know, she's working her way towards going 4K for the first time. She's had me on 3-way. She screenshot the conversation. She's like, where do I go from here? What do I do from here? Because she didn't have that confidence. Let me tell you something. And some of you all might not want to hear it, and I don't really care. If you have people under you making, like you're making money, you're collecting a paycheck, then you should be available to answer their questions and get on 3-way calls or 3-way chats. You cannot qualify yourself until you show up. Don't make yourself unqualified. You're the one making yourself unqualified.
Can I add something to that real quick?
If you don't know, then go to your next upline with your downline. Even.
Can I add something to that really, really quick? Because I tell you, like the majority of my inbox today was the same thing and it was not even potentials today. Mm-hmm. If your upline is absent, if your upline does not take care of you, if your upline does not love on you and respond to you, not immediately, because we all have lives and jobs and whatever else, but if they don't, find a new upline. Find a new upline. That doesn't mean like cancel your account and go enroll under somebody else. Just find a new flippin' upline. Find somebody that's going to love on you. Find somebody that's going to care about you, whether or not they're getting paid on you, and ask them the damn questions, because at the end of the day, this business is about love and watching other people succeed. You can't use that as an excuse not to be successful.
Yeah. And you know, that's the thing, guys, is like you go to that next person. Go to the next person like in your upline. I don't care if it's 15, 16, 17 levels up, you know. If you got to go to Maria, I mean, I can tell you there's been people that have gone to Maria because Maria's messaged me. Hey, so-and-so in your downline. Yeah. Well, they reached out to Maria because they didn't think they could reach out to me, but they thought they could reach out to her. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's been people that have emailed Paul, and Paul's messaged me on vacation. Hey, so-and-so said that they need help 10:15 at night. And I'm like, who's so-and-so? Because they signed up and they've never plugged into a single thing. I don't know who so-and-so is, but I'll reach out and find out. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it, Paul. But I'm just telling you, don't be afraid to say, you know what? I don't know who is my upline. I don't know. I joined somebody and then she quit. And let me tell you what, the number one earner in our previous company, got there because somebody signed her up. Like somebody signed her friend up. Her friend quit. Do you remember that story, Kayla? She got there because her friend signed somebody up on an airplane, okay? And then that person signed up this person that's a number one earner in that company. So I want you guys to understand, it's not about who you sign up necessarily. It might be somebody in your downline that quit, that signed somebody up, that's down there, that's like, I mean, have you reached out to all the people that have quit and fallen off the planet Earth on your team? Are you afraid to reach out to them for them to just tell you that they don't want to answer you, or they don't want to reply to you, or they don't want to whatever? No, they probably are lost and given up hope. But wouldn't that be nice if one or two of those people decided they wanted to hop back in?
Yeah, and I mean, I'll just tell y'all, Talissa in my last business, she was on my 14th level. So that means there was 14 people between me and Talissa. I mean, that's how, like, yeah, it's crazy how it can work like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so gold too. Like every single day, anybody that jumps on our power hours, when you see us like running power hours, I end every single power hour, every single one, edifying my downline. And for the, like, listen, you guys, at 80K, if I can do it, you can do it. Unless you are Amanda at this point, you can totally do it. And I literally just keep a list. Maybe I don't know where I keep my list right this second. Oh, I hung it up on my wall again. I was responsible.
I'm so sorry. This live is like, we're like just going to town tonight, buddy. This was an overdue. Okay.
I keep a list of every single active running person in my business. Anybody that is like ready to go. And I update it every few days. And I reach out to every single one of those people. I have a relationship with every single human being on my team, every single one of them. And at 80K, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. Every single person on my team. Okay.
I so wish I could do that, guys. And I don't want anybody
have layered leadership to not have to.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't want anybody to ever think like I'm not there for you. Okay.
No.
I just want everybody to know that like I will always help you anytime I can. Sometimes I don't get messages from you, or sometimes I've just got 50 messages in between, but that's why we're doing the office hours. I'm sorry I had to cancel Friday because my husband like ripped his finger off, but you know, that kind of stuff happens. But we have office hours, we have Zooms, we have team chats, we have team pages, we have this stuff, and you guys see me every single day. You know what I mean? But if you need me, message me. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to help you and then we're going to move forward. You know, we're going to talk and then we're going to move forward. Oh, by the way, let me just throw this in because there's some of you all that are on here right now that I owe money to. Please bear with me. Just bear with me. Listen, what was it? Tuesday or Wednesday last week, PayPal started giving me fits and it wouldn't let me send anything. Then I got it working, like in the middle of the day, I think Thursday. Then my husband's card got hacked on Friday sometime. Well, we think it might have been Thursday that his card got hacked, but Friday is, no, I'm sorry. They called him Friday night, but he didn't, it was late. And then Saturday he got the message, and here it was like attempted 11 times in Canada, so they had to cancel his card. And now PayPal, and I even messaged Jamie and had Jamie have Tracy Lynn send me money today just so that I could have money in my PayPal account to send out my PayPals, and it says pending. So I don't know. I'll send it out. I'll send them out as soon as it's not doing that. I'm just having some issues. Bear with me. I promise you. I tried to resolve it quicker. I'm normally like pay them out as soon as they pop up. But anyways, I figured I'd just say this on the Zoom because I'm struggling to get it out there. But you're going to get it. Just bear with me. The banks have been closed, guys. So, anyways, is there anything else that you can think of? Because we've definitely kept everybody pretty long.
I mean, like, y'all, there's seriously so much we didn't even talk about, that we didn't even touch on, that were such awesome moments for me. But this is a good basis.
Yeah. I think really it comes down to just really taking action, like deciding, you know what, I haven't been owning my shit. And tomorrow I'm going to get up, and maybe even right now, maybe you're saying, you know what, I've got 40 minutes and then I've got to get to bed. What can you do in that 40 minutes to make it count? You know? I want to give everybody a second to like scroll through those messages because I seen that Kayla wrote down the action steps and Ashley wrote down like the hour a day stuff as well. If anybody wants to go in and copy that up. The biggest thing, guys, is really just deciding that, you know what, you can't be on every Zoom, every call, and everything all the time when it's live. You just can't. You've got to let go of that. You can't be, can we do a Zoom just wrapping up your 14-day? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. In fact, I mean, I can tell you guys that I wish there was a way that I could like, I feel like I just can't teach it as good as he does because it's like his personality, man. It's like for real, like, and his videos are like an hour and something long. So it's like, it's kind of hard to like wrap it up. I mean, I can give you written notes for it, but the actual like videos and stuff, it's kind of hard because he doesn't like, it's long, like his videos every day is long.
Yeah, and I mean he tells stories with his points and he gives examples with all of his points, and that just drives it home even more.
Mm-hmm.
So it was amazing. Like everybody needs to do the next 14-day challenge. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you are I can tell you that I grew from it. I did grow from it big time. And yeah, so I'm going to keep on talking if I don't shut up and I don't hit the button. But I can tell you guys that if you're having trouble closing somebody, get somebody on the phone or a message, show them what kind of conversation you're having to see if you need to have a 3-way call or 3-way message. If you're struggling getting minis out, ask yourself, how many people have I actually messaged? Have I posted? Have I talked to people? Did I friend people today? Did I send out birthday messages today? Did I like and comment and engage with other people today? Because until you can say yes to those things, you can't beat yourself up about the customer that you didn't sign. You know what I mean? You can't beat yourself up about the promoters that aren't signing. Like you have to say, okay, like I've got to follow through. And last but not least, make yourself go live a couple times a week to just get started. A couple times a week. For me, I'm trying to figure out what day would be a good day to do my live. I want to pick a day to do an opportunity live every single week. And I kind of would like it to be like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I might do it on the same day every week on my Facebook, because that way I can reuse that as a watch party at times too. So everybody have an amazing night. Thank you so much for hopping on. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Stacee. You guys are the bomb.com. I hope everybody enjoyed the Zoom. Bye, guys. I'll get the recording up, I promise, sometime.